All right, gonna do this Fantisek Kupka, one of the ones that was in the Oil Painter's Color Handbook, and definitely a painting I just had to have in the book. It's funny, I had this. Well, I didn't really have a budget, but I uh, made room for it, and I had to pay for the rights. But it's just one of those ones I just knew I had to have. See what I can do with what I already have out. So this is the beautiful thing about this too, is that you make it as loose as you want to. If you're just trying to get in the habit of doing something, like, don't put the pressure on everything having to look perfect. All right, so this is just a piece of New York Central paper I had sitting around. I'm gonna just draw a little bit. Let's just draw with the end of the brush. With no, without a care, hoping for something good here, but if it goes sideways, I can just toss it. But there's something beautiful about this painting that I love to look at. Yellow is a tough color too, but let's take a look here. All right, mix those together. So his face, I'm gonna just put as one shape. I'm gonna paint into it. Looks like there's some green in there. Let the color just flow. This would be a nice one also for oil, and it would probably seem like a simple one, but it's really not. Just build it up as a messy. There we go. All right, let's get a little brown in here. That's wet into wet. That's one of the cool things about, painting in watercolor. You can do so much. Controlled, uncontrolled. I mean, you can control it, of course, if you want to. But if you let it get away, that's sometimes the wonder of it. All right, let's get a little green in there. Add a little water. Just let it. All right. Just let it get away. It's a beautiful thing, kind of centering almost, and then pulling it back in. Such just a good little mantra. Off the beaten path, reeling it back in. Drawing with the end of the brush, allowing the paint to run. Look at that. All right. Definitely a lot of thought goes into watercolor as well, in the act of trying to preserve and hold on to the ground to get the background. Just do that. I can imagine this could be a fun one to do even with like markers or something. Right, and then let it set and dry a little bit. I think there should always be room for experimenting. Notice the green in there. Keep it nice and abstract for now. All right. There's black. It definitely has a feel of blue in it. All right. It's almost like my little Francis Bacon version of it. I don't know. Could be something here. Maybe not. You know, willing to take the risk to see. Ooh, look at that. So someone I look at a lot that did some nice watercolors was Andrew Wyeth. Just love it. That was work. Seems like it's controlled yet uncontrolled. Makes for a art, I think. I used to experiment a lot. Just so much fun. Letting go. Always the desire to make something, I don't know, to make it linear and allow it to be whatever it is. Go to the top there. I think there's even a green. Look at that chroma. There's like green bits all in there. This one's called the yellow scale. book. This is more of square, so. All right. I guess the thing I'm trying to avoid is like coloring, you know? Just like create a shape and color it very, very uncontrolled this way, which makes it very, very interesting. And of course, the more time you can probably allow, the more techniques you can do with a wet into wet and then dry over wet kind of way of working. Funny, it's like a cartoony version of it. Get some more water in there. See if I can lift. As an illustrator, we experimented all the time. That's actually one of the things I loved about it. You're just continually playing. I think I have white over here. Yeah, interesting. See what happens. That's Michael Harding's white. That's just some kind of gouache would even be nice. A cigarette there. Just to add a little. There's just a green. Go. Grab more paint. It's funny, like the yellow ochre looks so golden now. Maybe that's the wrong way to do it. Just kind of dragging it. Dry brush it. More of anything, I'm riffing right now off of it rather than trying to make a direct copy. It's almost like it's you end up doing like your version of it or something. Such a cool painting. Looks like mine's giving somebody the finger or something. Pretty interesting. I wouldn't say it's the painting, but it's kind of like a riffed version of it. Get the hair. Normally I wouldn't try for detail, but could be a nice little balance here. And then it seems like kind of repeated all throughout, like textures. And I would say that's one of the beauties of this. Besides, many beauties of it. But I don't know. Seems like there could be. Let's see if I can dig out more of the white. I'm trying to avoid going in and getting more paint, but all right. I wonder if somebody would know if they didn't watch me painting it, if they would know what this, if it's a version of it. Probably. It's not faithful, but it's more fun. That there's a page in the book he left open right there. Is hard to get it, but yeah, funny, mine looks like he's giving the finger. All right, let's see if I can just get a little bit more green. There we go. think maybe a good place to stop. Yeah. So fun to just dry brush too. Tempted to just go over the whole thing and add a texture. But, you know, that just shows that he's got a nice texture on this as well. All right. I think one more little mark. It's just to show the green side playing there. All right. That's good. If I didn't destroy the brush, I don't think I did. Beauty of a Klinsky sable is you can reshape it back down to a razor.